It's brought to you by the Hardy Street Boys.
Hey, everybody.
Hello!
How you doing? You good?
Hope so.
We hope you had a good Christmas. We're excited about the new year, all our resolutions. We're going to follow through on all of them.
Sure.
And for your resolution, please subscribe. Check out our website. You can also check us out on Patreon. Jamie, what's Patreon?
What is Patreon? It's a website, but it's also a way to like crowdsource and help your friends who are putting out content. We're putting out content. We hope you're enjoying it. Consider being a patron. It'll, a little bit of money each month, and you get easy access. You get early access.
$3 a month is early access.
Yeah.
And $5 a month, you get access to all our outtakes, our process, how we make songs, if you're interested in that kind of thing. And then even if you don't want to watch it, just check it out and consider becoming a patron. We thank those of you who have already become patrons. We have a awesome episode coming up.
Yes. One of our good friends, good friend of the show.
Jesse Johnson. Photographer, dude has a really interesting story, just kind of inspirational. He's everywhere. His photos are insane.
Oh yeah, he's like one of the, I gotta say, I brag on him a lot. As a portrait photographer, he does some amazing work.
Yeah, so
and just a photographer in general. He's amazing.
He's awesome. So let's get to it. Let's start the show.
Let's go.
The Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys, Hardy Street Boys, it's the Hardy Street Boys.
Like and subscribe. Well, did you have a good Christmas?
It was pleasant. I went up to Memphis for a couple days. Nice. I got to see my family, got to see my mom and her dog.
Nice.
She's got a cute little dog.
What kind of dog?
It's like a cockapoo.
What's that? I don't think you can say that.
I said it. It's a cockapoo.
What is that?
It sounds like a bird, actually.
Yeah. This is completely made up. That's not real.
Well, everything's a cock something around here.
Oh my gosh. What is a cockapoo?
A cockapoo, I think it's like a cocker spaniel mixed with poodle. I don't really know. They just people, I think they're running out of names for dogs, or they're just running out of dogs. They need more breeds.
People are just making stuff up at this point.
Yeah, at this point. It's a cute little dog. We'll put a picture down below or something,
Yeah.
Cooper would love his time to shine on the show.
Cooper the cockapoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's not made up. Yeah, I had a good Christmas as well. It's a fun time, man. It was hot, though.
What's up with that?
Sweaty Christmas.
Yeah, here the 3rd Street week are talking about weather because it's fluctuating so much.
What's going on? Something's up.
Dude, I was wearing shorts.
That's not right.
No.
It's not right.
I don't want to be wearing shorts on Christmas.
We're not in a tropical climate, so yeah, it's
been there, done that.
It's interesting. So yeah, we had a good week, a good weekend as well. Christmas was nice. Went and saw Adam McPhail, Ray Bradford, Josh Reynolds, Malcolm McBride, J.C. Reynolds at the Hippo.
Thirsty Hippo. This was
Thursday.
Thursday night. I was going to say it felt like a Friday, but it was Thursday night.
It was basically Friday.
It was Festivus.
Yes, it was Festivus. We had Feats of Strength and the airing of grievances. But no, it was really cool. They opened up the Hippo, and it was great music. Just insanely talented musicians who just got together. Were like, we're in town.
We're in town.
Actually, they had the MC for the Apollo Theater.
What?
Yes. He sang.
Late night at the Hippo.
Dude, it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Dude, Mississippi has so much talent. It's insane. Oh, yeah. And the people, the people that are still here, very talented, but the talent that this state exports is kind of wild, man. And to pay like $8 to get in, and then you get to see the MC at the Apollo Theater sing.
That's insane.
Like, hey, what?
I missed it. I had a gig myself over at the Grill and Grocery playing with the Pine Belt Pickers. We had a great time playing some Christmas songs and getting everybody in the jolliest of spirits.
Nice.
We did Feliz Navidad a lot. We did a lot of we did it a lot.
You played it a lot.
we were having fun with that one.
Yeah.
But I missed the Hippo. I got over there after the show for a hot second. I got to see Adam and say hello to him. Mm-hmm. That dude's just, like I say, killing it, man. Working up at Belmont. Mm-hmm. And just playing guitar and living it up.
Bro, he's a professor at like 2 different colleges teaching guitar, and just bought a house or some land. He's doing some big boy stuff.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
So it was really cool to see them, and it's when you know the musicians, when it's personal, It's just, man, it's like Josh Reynolds, man. He went off. Like, he's always been a talented drummer.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of running the thing, man. It's like watching Sput. It was like watching Ghost Note, and it's dudes you know.
How cool is that? Like our own, like here in Hattiesburg, we're what we're repping Hattiesburg and this talent, man.
It's really cool. It was really cool. So just to be a part of it, just adjacent to it was special. And the Hippo is such a magical place, man. And if you never go, you're missing out. I don't want to make anyone ever really feel bad, but if you are missing out on the Hippo, you need to reconsider and really check out anything that they are putting on.
Yeah, I would encourage anyone to go out and see live music wherever you can, and especially at a place like that.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And then it was just kind of chill, man. It was nice to see family and get to soak it all in. It's been nice to kind of take some time and just be able to relax a little bit.
Yeah, not having to worry about the school.
Yeah, and that is one benefit of like a teaching job, having like 2 weeks off from that. So being able to do this video stuff and it's
awesome, man.
It's pretty cool. But yeah, man. Also, I want to shout out Jim Cole.
Jim Cole,
bro, he hooked me up with this. I think he got you. He hooked both of us up.
Yeah. Speaking of a cool guy doing cool school stuff.
Right. Yeah. USM. He's what's his official title? I think it's head of communications at the university.
That sounds about right.
I'm probably messing that up, and I apologize, Jim.
You know, he's got a lot more words in it than that, but yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of like acronyms that are in it that I'm not privy to. But he gave us his 601 hat. There's lots of cool merch that the university is like, they're kind of branching out a little bit to. So people need to keep an eye out on that for sure. I love the 601.
Yeah. It's almost like Southern Miss is a hype brand.
I love that. That's what, dude, the 601, like, everybody in the 601, put your hands up if you're having fun, you know? Like, I love this. I want to see it on more gear too.
Yeah.
So like, hopefully that makes, that stays around. But yeah, big shout out to him. Big shout out to Tommy Teeple of Green Coffee.
Yeah, man.
That episode last week was so much fun.
Man, I smelled some beans, man.
You smelled his beans.
I smelled a lot of beans.
Well,
and I think he was trying to trick me. I smelled candy, and I smelled chocolate, and I smelled nuts.
Tommy has a certain air of comic mischief about him, and that's why I like him.
I smelled more than just coffee.
Yeah, the Red Hots. He got you with the Red Hots. But if you haven't checked out that episode, man, that's a really fun one. I like getting to learn things that aren't. I don't know, like, where else am I going to find out about how they make their coffee? Or I don't see that really anywhere.
I actually gave the gift of grin this past week. My brother, I got him some beans. I got him a bag of Hootie Hoo. So
nice.
Always makes for a good gift, either a gift card or they've got some cool merch as well as great coffee over at Grin Coffee. So.
Yeah. Their whole operation very smooth.
Great baristas.
Very smooth. Yeah. What else is going on?
We've had a good year. We talk about how much fun it's been. I know a lot of people are probably eager to get done with 2021. Mm-hmm. People are very eager to start a new year these days. Yes. But I gotta say, this year's actually been kind of a life changer for us. With this and other things. But yeah. What
would you say? Maybe either what would you say to yourself a year ago, or would you believe if future self a year ago told you where we would be right now? Would you believe him?
Probably not, actually. Probably not. I'd be like, what? You're crazy. Mm-hmm. How are you me from a year from now?
Yeah, first of all, how does time travel work?
How did you get here?
Is it a parallel universe situation?
Why are you even here?
Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to be giving me the Powerball numbers.
Okay. Yeah. All right, Biff. No. If you can get past the time travel aspect, what would you say to yourself a year ago?
I would probably say something like, this is going to be a life-changing year for you, and you should just take it all in, enjoy yourself, and don't put yourself in any crazy situation, but also have fun with it. Because that's pretty much what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I would say work hard even if it hurts.
Yeah,
do it even if it hurts. Because that's the thing, man. That's the thing about this year is like, Yeah, a lot of stuff was like, it was difficult, but it was also, it's the first time ever where it's difficult and painful, but also insanely rewarding. As difficult as it has been that rewarding. And that's what's so cool about the show, is that, you know, I don't know if there's another avenue that either of us would go down. We could go down and it would hurt like that and be such a challenge, because as fun as the show looks, it's a lot of, like, we put a lot of time and effort.
There's a lot of work.
And we're not trying to make people feel bad about it or like, we work hard. It is just one of those, like, it is a lot of there's a lot of labor that goes into it. But I don't know if there's any other avenue I would want to work that hard at and still feel like happy about it when it was done, you know?
Yeah.
It's a truly unique avenue that we've found.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm still just happy to be doing this and you know, ready for a new year. Let's go, you know?
Well, and we haven't even been doing this a whole year.
We haven't.
That's what's also pretty cool, is I feel like we've come a really long way in like 9 months pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really cool. So we definitely want to thank everybody. If you're still watching us, thank you so much. We love you. And I hope people know that I'm not just saying that like, oh, we love, like, it's fake. Like, it's very real. Like, I really do. We both really appreciate everything.
Yeah. And I think the part of the show that people really need, like, I guess I still get asked, like, what's our show about? And it's about Hattiesburg. It's about us wanting people to experience Hattiesburg. You know, there's so many cool things to do. People don't, Hattiesburg, you know, small town or whatever, small city. There's so much cool stuff going on in this town if you just go out and check it out. And I think this is a really cool avenue that we're trying to do just to showcase what's going on. You know, whether it be local businesses that are doing business in Hattiesburg, or local musicians or artists or anything. Just there's all kinds of cool stuff out there, you know.
Well, and we want to be able to give a voice. Originally, we were thinking, you know, artists and musicians who really just, it's hard to promote yourself. You know, it's its own job. But then also businesses, like giving, like business owners, like Tommy, man, having him on. Exactly. I already liked Grin Coffee. I like Grin Coffee so much more now because I know who Tommy is, like, as a person.
Oh yeah,
you know. We hope that people want to take advantage of that, and we also just want to promote what's good about this place, which is, we got a lot going for us. I think it's very easy to talk about the negative, and the negative gets a lot of views and likes too, and I'd rather get less views and stay positive than the other way. So it's fun to be that for Hattiesburg, and you know, and who knows, you know, the region eventually. I'm hungry.
Yeah,
I'm hungry.
I should say, let the people know if you want to promote your business or anything like that, reach out to us. We have an email address.
Yeah,
we've got, you know, hit us up in the DMs or whatever. Yeah, give us a shout.
Yeah, for sure. If you know somebody that you think you want to be on the show, let us know. Hit us up in the comments. You know, get in those comments, man. You know, it can't just be us commenting. We need people in there. So get in the comments. Let us know. Shoot us a message. We are definitely available for hire. Yeah. And we want to work. So it's exciting. It's a great year. I think it's time we get Jesse Johnson here, though.
Let's go. Let's bring him on. I hope he's got his camera. You sound like the paparazzi.
Oh my gosh, it's Massive J.
No pictures, please. Hey, Drew.
You ever heard of Crescent City Grill?
Oh, have I?
You ever been there?
Oh, I think I've been there once or twice.
You ever had any food there?
I believe I have. Have you?
I ate at Crescent City Grill, and it was delicious. I had mahi-mahi with the chapatulas topping. You know where it is?
It's over by all the other restaurants. It's next to the Hog. It's next to Ed's Burger Joint and El Rayo and Tabella. They're all, like, kind of right there.
It's real close to CVS. That's how I remember it.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true.
I used to always use a CVS as my marker of where things are.
Yeah.
How close things are from
It's between
pharmacy.
CVS and a Starbucks.
Right.
Yep.
Love Starbucks.
Oh, yeah.
They care about the little guy.
No.
They're being...
You can't say that while wearing a Grin Coffee shirt.
Are you a Chapatulas or Orleans guy?
Well, what's the difference?
Chapatulas is crawfish. Orleans is shrimp. There's other stuff in it, but I'm not going to go over that.
I would be honest. I'd probably go Chapatulas on it.
Yeah, you crawfish guy?
I love crawfish.
I love crawfish.
You know, crawfish are some of my favorite things.
Crawfish...
Get down.
Jesse Johnson. Jesse Johnson.
Jesse Johnson. Jesse Johnson. Jesse Johnson.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks.
So in case people didn't know, this is Jesse Johnson. You're a photographer, local photographer. How are you doing today, Jesse?
Doing great.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to have you because we recently got to do like a photo shoot where I needed some headshots done. How did you, first of all, let's back up. How did you get into photography? Because you're really good at it, right? How did you start though?
So I kind of got lucky with it. I had a friend who had some health issues, and he was a photographer for LSU, and he got me on the field or credential by pushing him in a wheelchair.
Really?
So after that, I bought a camera and just started taking pictures, and the rest is history after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. So you got to, this was like LSU football game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
What's that Brian Kelly guy now? Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Well, he has a southern accent all of a sudden somehow, which I don't
Oh, yeah.
understand. He was like,
That's crazy.
One day in Baton Rouge, and he's got a southern accent.
Can't
but-
impersonate that.
So what kind of photos do you take around town? Like how do you find the subjects that you find? Like I feel like that would be like half the battle, right?
Well, I'm kind of out and about. Like, I cover a lot of high school football games, just events, William Carey,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
You did a lot of stuff for like Southern State Soccer this past summer. Those are some great
Yeah,
shots.
that was fun. There's a lot of good talent out there. Just networking's probably the main thing.
Right.
Talking to everybody on the sidelines, and just being a friendly, approachable person.
Right. Well, you very much are friendly, and it was really cool because we recently did this photo shoot. I just wanted headshots to like, I don't know, put it together, maybe try and book like commercial work in New Orleans or something, nothing big, but the attention to detail that you took was insane, and I was super nervous, which is funny because we do this all the time. It's like this can be kind of nerve-wracking, but like I was so nervous to just take photos, but you were like super cool, like being creative and with having all these ideas. Like, is that something that photography for you, does it scratch that creative itch?
Yes. Typically, everyone is nervous to a degree. Like,
Yeah.
I'm nervous now. But, as you go, taking a couple of shots here and there, people tend to open up, and you
Right.
get to see, like, the true side of them. So,
Right. Well, what's the true side of me? What did you learn?
Oh, you're fun.
Jamie, don't. No, don't. No. Well, like, yeah, no. I'm curious. Like, what did you take away from that? Because I'm going to tell you what I took away from
that.
it.
Was my first modeling type of gig. So I really didn't know what to expect either.
Really.
But just I knew you were going to be creative with me. So that's half the battle right there. You were willing to go along with whatever ideas I had. So
Well, one thing I noticed that it took a while. Like we did it. So we did it all in this art center in this building, and you're talking about light. Like we needed to shoot indoors because sunlight before this time of year, before 4 was too harsh. Like all these things where I'm going like, I never would have thought about that at all. I think a lot of people, because they have really nice cameras on their phones, think they're photographers. And then talking to you for about 5 minutes, I'm going, oh, I am not one at all. Like so much attention to detail, but it was so cool. Like after the first location, we used that like that blanket fort that Abby Allen has assembled. And dude, that's when I started feeling good, because I was like, this is really cool, and it felt like a Rolling Stone magazine shoot. Is that something that you had in mind, or is that just something that pops up spontaneously?
like every shoot that I have, I try to, whenever I look at it, I want it to look like it's magazine worthy. Something that's larger than life or larger than the actual room that we were in.
Mm-hmm.
So, and a lot of times you can take it against whatever that thing is on the wall, and just no one really knows the atmosphere you're in.
Mm-hmm.
But just making sure it's crisp and in detail, and making sure that your client is also as comfortable as possible.
Right. Well, dude, you were great. I thought it was cool going, and the blanket fort was so cool just because Abby Allen, like, only she could put that together.
Yeah.
It's just one of those like, wait, what is this? This is insane. It looks so, in a good way, looks so cool. But then just kind of going around and seeing like there's lots of just cool spots in the city, for shots where we just kind of walked around. We came and did a couple in here too, which was really cool. I got to play. I pressed one of your keys on your keyboard, Jamie. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But it was to show that I didn't know what I was doing. It was a fun, that kind of stuff is just fun to like play
Can't
around
wait to
with.
see that photo then.
It's actually right there. It's wild. But so this is one thing I don't think people really think about when booking a photographer, because for their business, I think it's great to have high quality photos, like showing what you're about, but like just like a self-confidence boost, man, to just book you and go, look, let's just go take some pictures, and no matter how you're feeling right now, you are going to feel better about yourself. Like, is that something that you see with your clients when you do shoots like this?
When I get the feedback, yeah. Like during the photo shoot, the majority of people are nervous.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think that their smile is good, or I guess they lack that self-confidence that you're talking about. But as the photo shoot goes, they realize that it's actually a fun experience. So.
Yeah, for sure. And so so you do like sporting events, you've done like receptions and like awards ceremonies as well, like what other kind of events?
Got me some graduation photos that were pretty cool too.
So you did the Eagle.
Yeah,
that's a legendary photo.
Or your modeling photo with the overalls.
Yeah, the overalls.
Okay.
There's one day I walked around in a cheeseburger outfit.
Cheeseburger, yeah.
Nice. So you do all kinds of events.
Yeah, I mean, if it pays, I'm gonna shoot it. So
yeah, and people can book you, right? How would it? So, I mean, I know you, but if somebody doesn't know you personally, how would they book you? How do they get your?
They can reach out on Facebook, Instagram, or my website. The majority of people reach out on social media sites.
Yeah,
but I do have a website there.
Dude, your website is nice.
Well, thank you. It took me like a month and a half to complete it.
You built it yourself?
Oh yeah, that's the worst decision I've ever made. it was so tough.
Yeah. Well, you can see why there are web designers. It's hard.
They get good money. I mean, they deserve it.
Well, yours is like artisanal. Like our website, I put that together, but it's just for like a store. It's not yours. You can tell it needed to take a month and a half. It's tough. But actually, I kind of want to take a look at it because it was really cool. Once you got the pictures back to me so fast too, which I was like, I'm like, wait, what?
That's another thing I kind of pride myself in is getting the product back to the client as soon as possible. You always hear of stories of photographers waiting like months before they give the photos back to them. So
yeah,
I try to give them back within 48 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, mine was like literally less than 24 hours.
Yeah, I was really excited about doing yours though.
But it was just impressive because the thing is, you do those and you look at it on the viewfinder and the camera, but then you're like, whoa, we spent that time on that photo shoot. I wonder, was it any good? Do I like any of them? Did I, so then to have this huge, I think you took over something like 400 shots total, and then provided me with it was a lot.
Right at 100.
Yeah, a lot of options. Yeah, and it was just so cool to scroll through on your site. I don't have to mess with any weird attachments on emails or anything like that. It's just in the website. It's a link like for that specific shoot, and then I can scroll. It's easy to show friends too, and just like, hey, check this out. So like a group photo shoot would be really cool too. To like
those are actually the toughest.
Really?
Yeah, just making sure that everyone's eyes are open or everyone's looking at the camera at the same time.
We did a photo shoot. You did a shoot for, I guess it was a promotion for a New Year's Eve party a couple years ago at the bottling company, and it was a big group. We all were wearing. It was like almost a fashion issue too, where we're all wearing.
Like
I was wearing something
suits
from
and-
Go Young Fashions, and I think I made a Christmas card out of that. Out of that picture, I did a George Costanza-esque pose.
We were on the other side of the camera this time,
Yeah.
which is awkward for me. Like
Right.
taking pictures, I have no problem, but as soon as I get my picture taken,
It's different.
it's
Well,
tough.
it's different for sure. I forgot how to smile a couple times. Like, all right, give me a smile, or give me to be able to to have different emotions like on cue and all that stuff. And being in front of that camera is tricky.
Yeah, it's
but you make looking, but also being behind that camera is incredibly tricky. Like watching you mess with the white balance and all that stuff made me kind of think
It's-
like I
it's-
needed to study a little.
I feel like it's one of the few places I feel like completely confident. Completely myself is behind the camera.
Did you go to school for photography? So self-taught. Man.
Still learning.
Can we talk
to
about
this
a
day.
little bit about what you did before you got into photography? Because I think it's like you say, it's fascinating to hear about Jesse and like, how did you get into photography? Well, he didn't do it. What were you doing before you got into it?
I had a few jobs. I was property manager for like 10 years. I hated it. I was a massage therapist at one time.
What?
Oh, nice.
So I've definitely, dabbled here and there,
Yeah.
trying to find my way.
So what about photography spoke to you?
After that LSU game, it was over. Like there was no way I could go back and work a 9 to 5. Like I was just so overwhelmed by just the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually quit my job 2 weeks after my first LSU game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just I'm just gonna do photography. I'm
I
just
said,
gonna
yeah,
head
this is it.
first.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome, man.
I'll say, I think I met you, Jesse, when you were doing. It was when you were doing a photo shoot for a football magazine, I believe. And I always think
baseball.
about how this is all played out, like how cool it is that you're, or it was baseball magazine, but just how cool it is that you get involved with these area schools and you get to kind of these players, you get to let them, it's their time to shine kind of thing. You want to talk about that a little bit?
I'd love these teams. You can't help but get attached to these players, the players' families. I grew up in sports, so it's just kind of it's truly a blessing that I get to live out a passion, but also watch something I'm passionate about. So.
Well, and then that goes back to the job thing, where if you have something that you can feed yourself with that you're passionate about, then it's really makes the other job
Yeah.
it's not even an option.
Honestly, I haven't worked since I've started photography. It's just
Yeah.
I love it, so I don't consider it work.
Right. That's awesome, man. That's inspirational to hear, and I think that's why it's so cool. That's why we want you in front of the camera, because people need to hear that. More people need to hear that, because you don't know who's listening, and they might have some kind of passion that they really want to chase.
Yeah.
You never know. You might push somebody to do what they really want to do. So that's really cool, man. Well, what I want to do real quick is just kind of take it through the website, because you spent so much time on this. So I just want to take a look and see what you built, and kind of get maybe some behind the scenes on the featured photos on your website, if that's cool.
Cool.
In lieu of our game.
All right, so the link to your website's in the description below. This first Christmas photo, this kid, tell me about that, because you said you got to actually capture a really special moment
Yeah.
with that family.
His parents are both William Carey track stars. So I want to say that he was 10 months, maybe 11 months. But, I'd asked the parents, hey, does he walk yet? And they're like, no, he hasn't. I was like, well, just let's see if, he can walk. So they, let him stand up, backed up. And then all of a sudden he just it was almost like a jog, like he's a natural.
Wow.
But it was just
his parents are track stars. That's
He's
fun.
a runner. He's a track star.
but it was just amazing to capture that.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't ever heard of anyone, you know, maybe a cell phone, bring out the cell phone and get the first walk, but like on a photo shoot,
Professional first steps.
it definitely made me look good.
Yeah. Dude, that's so cool. That's so cool. And then you have some this feats here. This is Tennessee versus LSU. That's the football game.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the shots that you fell in love with. What's it like shooting an LSU football game?
Well, that was in Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So I drove up Tennessee, and it was crazy because it was like 60-mile-per-hour winds. The scoreboard was like shaking. So the majority of photographers went inside. I was like, screw this, I'm gonna stay out here. And so that was a really cool game. As far as LSU, I mean, you just have to go to experience that. It's over 100,000 people, just crazy fans. Like
Crazy.
yeah.
That'd be a fun episode where we go to a LSU game.
Tailgating.
We'll take Jesse.
like
We'll all go.
Let's go.
Everything.
That'd be fun.
The town's nice. The teams, like my first year with LSU, they weren't like that powerhouse. You know, they were rebuilding. I want to say it was Coach's like second year there. But still, I mean, people showed up. We had a winning record that year, but you can't really explain it. It's
Right.
just, it's so loud, it's so live, it's just, you know, one of the best experiences I've ever had.
I went to an LSU Florida game the year of the national championship. It was like, oh my gosh, this is the most. You want Southern Miss football to be something like that because
yeah.
there's so much electricity around. Jamie talks about it all the time, like the energy that around a successful program. It's all like just the social happenings because so many people are in town. It's so exciting. So that's so cool. And you have this fulfillments. This is a mother with her child. And that's something I feel like, especially around this area, people really need to take advantage of is the family photo shoots.
Yeah, those are fun and capturing the connection between parent and their kid. That was actually one of our good friends, one of my wife's good friends, and you see how it was like all white, but it was actually I had to Photoshop some things and create this, all that white background.
So it's not that's another thing you do. It's the post production stuff that you do on the computer after.
Post production's like over half of what I do. I don't like to do Photoshop as much, but sometimes you just have to. I mean, there's something not ideal that's in the back that you have to take out. Brighten up the clouds, darken the clouds, make sure the color's right. That's the main thing.
And then you have this. It looked like is that USM baseball player in the rain?
That was Oak Grove.
Oak Grove. Okay.
Yeah. So I started shooting for Oak Grove baseball, and the next thing I know, I'm taking senior pics for like half the team, and kind of blew up from there.
Really?
But it started raining during that shoot, and the majority of the time people they don't want to shoot out in the rain. But he was down, so I thought that stuff like that makes a photo stand out even more.
Yeah. And then the adventures one. That's like a landscape. Where is that, by the way?
That was the Grand Canyon.
Okay.
Me and my wife went last year.
What's the Grand Canyon like? I want to go. I've
Man,
never
it's so
been.
sick. It was so sick. So we drove. It took us like 2 days, but when we got there, I mean, you've never been?
No, I've never been.
Oh, you got to go. I mean, it's like LSU. You just have to go to experience it because it's just so massive, so big.
I feel like I'm there looking at that photo though.
I was so scared. Like seriously, you're looking like straight down, and like they have this place where you can walk out. It's like a glass.
Yeah, the glass floor. I've heard about that.
And I was like crawling. I was so scared.
Yeah. The
There's
shot.
kids running around me with no fear.
They're fine. Yeah. Yeah. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah. Well, it was worth it. It was worth it. And then you got Jamie. You're talking about you got.
Yeah, I wanted to say congratulations. Your anniversary's coming up.
Thank you.
Yeah, New Year's, right? You got married on New Year's.
New Year's Eve, 2 years ago.
That means you always have the next day off. That's smart.
Yep.
It's always a holiday on your anniversary.
I actually had to work the next day.
You what?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Got a photo shoot.
Yeah, I'm playing. Wow, I got a gig New Year's Eve too, man. It happens. It happens. Well, man, this is such a cool website, and it's really cool that people can see this incredible body of work that you have, but then also book you through the website. And then, like I said, once your photos are done, you get a link, and you can check it out on the website too, and see all the work that you did. But man, thanks so much for sitting down with us. This was a blast.
Yeah, thank you.
Everybody, check out the links in the descriptions. Follow Jesse. You've seen his work, whether you know it or not, and we know that you like it. So, Jamie, can you play us out?
Jesse Johnson, Jesse Johnson,
Drop a tag.
Jesse Johnson,
Drop a tag.
Jesse Johnson, Jesse Johnson,
Drop a tag.
Jesse Johnson, Jesse
Got the CRV. Turn me on to a Honda CRV. He turned me on to a Honda CRV.
Hey, how many times can you say Jesse Johnson? How fast?
Johnson.